Hello YouTube, Brent Peter here with you. Coming to you from Oklahoma City. I'm at OU Medical Center. Last night, hopefully this is my last night, folks. Powering through it. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll either be at the house or on my way to the house. But supposedly tonight is the last night here in my little penthouse casa up here on the 8th floor overlooking the beautiful state capitol here in Oklahoma City. Waiting on the Thunder to come on. The local basketball teams in the NBA Finals. Everybody's pumped about that. Let one slip away from us last night. Yeah, they choked it off. I think the Pacers only led for 0.3 seconds of that game, and it was the last seed. So that's all you gotta lead, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, I'm loose. I'm free. No cords. Nothing's got me tied down, folks. Used to, I was hooked to this little monitor, this little pole. I had to drag it every damn where I went. Even if I went to the bathroom, I'd have to drag it in there. And I had shit coming off of me everywhere, but no more. I got through with my last IV or intravenous deal this afternoon, so I'm no longer tied down. I'm now on a pureed diet, which is total shit. That's one bad thing about the having this type of surgery or this kind of issues is they want all your food soft. I'm not really, I guess it makes sense. But some shit's soft by itself, and you don't need to blend it up. And it's like baby food, eating baby food. Pretty much the only thing that I've found that I can about half stand is tomato soup and mashed potatoes. And so that's what I had for supper tonight. But I can drink soda and that kind of stuff. It's just the food. They grind it up. Got excited this morning. Ordered pancakes, sausage, eggs, oatmeal, and didn't get no fallback on it. Usually when they call us, they said, no, you can't have that, blah blah blah. Well, then they delivered that shit, and I know why I could have it, because it looked like somebody already chewed my shit up for me, and so I'm not a fan of this little diet I'm on, but I'm gonna have to stick with it at least a couple of weeks. They're gonna send me home tomorrow. My daughter's gonna come get me and take me to my oldest son's, and we'll figure out this pureed diet deal together. I do have to wear a heart monitor for a couple of weeks, just something that just kind of records I don't think nothing will ever come of it. My heart's strong, folks. I don't think that's the issue at all, but that's what they want, so that's what they get. I've had a few issues with my pulse being low, but I'm stuck in a hospital, so I don't know. Surely after they hadn't really said a whole lot about it after, they got kind of scared and sent in the eco blah 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 cardio. I had all them tests done, and they kind of quit panicking. But when they're sending me home, they're going to send me with that recorder on. So I don't care. It gets me out of here. I'll wear whatever the hell they want me to wear. So yeah, I have made a few laps today. I've made a few laps around this hospital, but at that time I was still hooked to the pole, having to slide that old pole and just shuffle up and down the hallway. Hang on, I gotta spit. But yeah, I'm ready, folks. It's been way too long, and like I say, all but 2 nights of this has been in ICU, and you'd think I could handle ICU after being in the Philippines so long, because that's what it reminds you of. Hell, alarms and bells and whistles, and might as well be chickens in there crowing all night long. Somebody wake you up to give you a sleeping pill. Somebody come in there and prick your fingers to get your blood count. I mean, it was miserable. And like I say, you'd think I'd be used to that kind of shit coming from the Philippines, but I wasn't. I couldn't sleep. I've got to where I've done most of my sleeping in the daytime, and hell, I'll probably be up all night tonight because I've took a nap or two today. I don't know, daytime just seems more peaceful. They're not in here raising hell, or I guess they got so much going on that you can kind of hide and blend in. can't do that at nighttime. Every time one of these damn buzzers, I say that. You'd think every time one of these buzzers, they'd come in and shut it off, but they don't. They wait for you to hit your button, and it's just a pain in the ass. But nothing but good things to say, because I'm hoping they cured me, folks. I really am, and I think we got a pretty good shot at it being successful. Everything I'm pretty educated on the subject now, because I've done a bunch of YouTube doctrine since they told me what was the matter with me, and I have to say that I concur that what they've done and what they're doing is, except for the diet deal, I don't have no trouble swallowing or none of that. So I don't know, unless it's a breaking your food down issue. I don't know. I guess that could be the only thing I could figure. So I want to eat some real food. It's my main complaint. I ain't had a cigarette or a dip of snuff in 11 days now. I don't plan on breaking that little streak. Figured I've rode it this long. I'm gonna try to keep going. Try to get healthy, folks. A lot of y'all said it in the comments. We've only got a little bit of time left on this, and if you don't have your health, you ain't got shit. I don't want to live to be 70 years old if I can't get around and do what I want to do. You might as well. I'm not even going to say it because of YouTube purposes, but you know what I mean. Who in the hell would want to stay alive just to have somebody wipe his ass? And I got too much pride for that. I want to do, I'm independent. I want to do shit on my own. And here in these hospitals, you get in trouble for wanting to, I don't know how many times I got in trouble for trying to sneak off, just use the bathroom without, announcing it to the whole floor. Hey, Brett's going to take shit. I don't like that. And they got you wearing this gown with your ass sticking out of it. And I'm just not a hospital type of guy. I'm just really not. I don't know. Aaron, talked to Aaron the other day, and with since my ordeal, his shoulders still been giving him shit. He's got him a little park ranger job where he goes and cleans out the shitters, the portable shitters, and he's got to pull a big pump out of there, and hell, every time he does, he can feel it, his old collarbone separating still. So after my little ordeal, he's made him an appointment, gonna go get that checked out, get that fixed up, so he can get healthy. He should have probably had that done right after he got back to the States, but there's one of them deals that, we don't heal like we did when we're young, and we're not going to, and that's what we was talking about. You better just stay on top of it, because I don't care if it's a broke finger or whatever. You just not. We don't heal like we used to heal. And Mike, bless his heart, he pretty much had the same deal done to him, except minus the hernia. His was something to do with his colon or intestine had a hole in it or something, was poisoned in his ass, and he had to go through this pretty much the same exact type surgery. And when he got out of surgery, he had a colostomy bag on, and he still got it. He went to a couple of weeks ago. I was in Amarillo. I guess it's been 3 or 4 now since I've been here for 2 weeks, but was supposed to go have surgery to get that bag off. And it don't even seem right talking about this shit. We're too young for this kind of shit. But anyway, that's what happened. He went to get his bag taken off, and they run into complications. So he's still stuck with that damn bag, and he has another surgery. He said everything about these deals takes 6 to 8 weeks. If you have little setbacks, well, you might as well sit down and lick your nuts for 6 to 8 weeks, because that's how long it's going to take before they'll schedule something new. So anyway, he's looking forward to getting rid of that bag, getting his intestines tied back, and being in working order. So I'm telling you, folks, these minor hiccups, when we're as old as we are, they're just not minor anymore. They turn into major deals, and they can get you down. And just not even having the right head game I can see how people can come in here and not make it out, because it's a bunch up here. And a bunch of times the guys just say fuck it, it's just not worth the fucking hassle. I can really understand how they do it. I'm not one of those. I'm fighting like hell to get out of here, and I will be out of here tomorrow. But I can understand. I can understand just the shit they have to go through. It's quite the ordeal the older you get, and so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you're thinking of going to a little third world country like Philippines. One good thing about the Philippines, you can rent you a stay-at-home nurse or a maid or whatever for $120, $200 a month, but they're not going to know nothing. They're not going to. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to know how to nurse. I'm not saying that, but they're not going to have the facilities to get you what you need. And when you get up there in age, you need some of this cleanliness, and they don't offer this kind of cleanliness in the Philippines. So hospitals in the Philippines, if you're not sharing a room with who knows who, Joe Blow from down the street, how there be geckos and lizards and shit climbing on the walls and shit. Now, I'm talking about Dumaguete. I'm not talking about, I've never been to a major hospital in Manila. I've been to one in Cebu, but it was pretty much no, I take it back. I hadn't been into one in Cebu because that's exactly what it was. It was a damn clinic had a contract with a hotel, and they rented out part of their wings it was a hotel room, and you just went downstairs, had your little surgery, and then went back to your room, stayed a week, and got Trina's deal done. And y'all asking about Trina, she's doing good. She stays worried about me. She stays she's ready for me to come back, but she knows at the same time this is where I need to be. I need to get my shit together, get strengthened up, get cured, because I've been living a pretty miserable life when it comes to feeling good over the last year. I know you can't tell that in the videos. I hide it pretty good, but you know, when it's time to lay down, I've had my issues, folks. But maybe all that's over behind me. But yeah, I just wanted to say that yeah, she's still talk to her every day, 2 or 3 times a day. She's still the shits. But that's an update on my end with my people. If y'all are thinking about making the move to the Philippines or anywhere really, I don't care where it's at. You know, that's why my plane left. My plane to Mexico left today at noon, and somebody said, "Was you serious about getting on that plane and going to Mexico?" No, I wasn't serious. But, you know, if it had been 2 or 3 days later, yeah, I would have thought about it. You know, other than this damn tube hanging out of me, that tube kind of was the final straw that said, "No, I'm not even thinking about it." But hell, I can lay down and lick my nuts in Mexico just like I can here, and I can be in Mexico in 3 hours from Dallas. You know what I mean? So, but it wasn't an ideal situation, and I was just bullshit mainly. So I knew as soon as I checked into this deal that was a pipe dream. That was a game over deal. But maybe after I get healthy, maybe I can run down there for a little bit. Who knows? I'm just focused on getting and staying healthy, folks, and not being a burden on nobody. You know, I don't want to be I'm an independent motherfucker, and I enjoy being independent, and just like going to the bathroom on your own. You know, I got too much pride to have. You know, I don't know. It's just one of those things, folks. It's just one of those things. But yep, you see that beautiful, beautiful view I've got. Oh, I wish I would have had that. That would have made this 10, 11 days a whole lot sweeter if I'd have been working with this room instead of being stuck in that ICU room. But it didn't have it. So I'm ready to go to the house, folks. That's all I got for now. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching these videos. I know y'all didn't sign on to watch no damn video of a guy in a dress or a damn hospital robe talking about anything. So I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all sticking with me and all the nice comments and worrying about me and all that stuff. I'm gonna do my best, folks. I really am. But that's all I got for now. Let's say go Thunder for tonight. Maybe they can pull it around and win us a basketball game. So anyway, folks, that's all I got for now. This is Brent's Tripping. Peace.